Welcome to NEX-GEN Life, and today I'm going to help you make another life decision, and hopefully it's help you make your decision. Today I want to talk about the Astro MixAmp 2019 versus the 2017. And for those who don't know, what the TR stands for in the Astro MixAmp stands for tournament ready. Now I don't go to tournament, so I don't know how ready they are. First I would like to talk about the old design versus the new design. One design is straight up and down, while the other design is landscape. Now for the 2017 version, they've had this design for years. Lots of people love this design, me included. But with that being said, I love the new design too. The newer design has larger knobs on the left with a smaller knob on the right to control your game and chat volume. Now I'm not sure about how other people feel about the separate design for the game and chat volume, but I love the way they do this. That's why I still use Astro MixAmps to this day. The build design for the new Astro MixAmp is top notch for real. It seems like the design team went back to the drawing board and made all the right decisions. They not only added larger knobs, but they also added an LED indicator to let you know where your volume position is at. I love this. I don't know why they never did this in the first place. Now don't get me wrong, I love the old design as well, but the new design is a welcome touch. Which one would you like? That's the question. I purchased the newer one thinking that it would have better sounds than the other one, but when I use the same EQ settings on both of them, they sound similar. I can't distinguish the difference between either one of them. So that's a plus side for me because I do like the way the Astro MixAmp sounds. I do use my own settings when I'm playing certain games. I have 3 different settings and I'm going to show you one on the screen now. This is for all around setting. Basically, you could use it for first person, but it also has great sound depending on the headphones that you use when you connect to it. It's how this Astro MixAmp is going to sound. So my suggestion to you is just don't go blindly purchasing the Astro set when you could purchase the Astro MixAmp by itself. And if you have a good set of headphones in your house that you like to use, I suggest you use those headphones. And I also suggest that you look up different other headsets from different other reviewers to see if that sound profile fits what you're looking for. Because not everyone likes the same sounds and they're not looking for the same thing. It's based on what games they play, whether they play sports games, first person shooter games, or RPG games. Everyone's looking for something different. And I suggest you do, and I very much suggest you highly look for a set of headsets that you like and love the way they sound. Now I found a set of headsets that I like the way they sound. I love the way they sound, and I will share that with you in a different video. Let's talk about pros and cons. I love that all the connections except for the headphone input is located on the back. The large knob with the LED indicator is a win-win for me because when I play late at night, I love to be able to see exactly where my volume is located. So sometimes based on whatever's going on or what game I'm playing, sometimes I have to turn it down, or if I'm watching a movie, then sometimes I have to turn it up, or I have to switch a profile. So when watching movies, when I watch them, I found out that the default Astro preset for movies are great for watching movies. So that way you'll know which ones are good for a preset. Like I said, I have my own personal preset for my sounds that I like for them to come out, which is basically, I don't want to say it's a flat sounding, but I have emphasis on more of a detailed sound because I like to see what stuff is going on. I like to hear the intricate sounds in the game and so on and so forth. The only con that I found, and it may not be a con to you because it just depends on everyone's situation, there is no physical power button. Now, at first, I didn't like this. because I'm like, oh, I like turning my power button off and on, because the way I have my system set up, I just don't have it set up just to play video games. I have it set up through an HDMI splitter, and I have multiple things going on that HDMI signal. So with my old MixAmp, I used to turn on my MixAmp, and if I wanted to watch a movie or whatever the case may be, I could just turn on my MixAmp and then play it that way. With this, when you have it connected directly to its source, the only way you get power to it is you have to find an outside source, meaning you probably have to find a wall adapter or something of some sort, or you're going to have to connect it to the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever the case may be, or whichever MixAmp that you get. You're going to have to do that. And when I turn on my PlayStation, the MixAmp cuts on. Like I said, that didn't play out well for me, so I had to find a way around that. And I did find a way around that, and it works out for me, but it's kind of convoluted the way I have it all set up. But I don't have a problem with getting sounds from whatever source that I have connected to the HDMI splitter. So my final thoughts on whether or not you should purchase the Astro MixAmp. Well, to be totally honest with you, that totally depends on you. Like I said, the older MixAmp, they used this design for years, but it did used to have a situation where all the connections was in the back, and then when they changed it to the 2017 version, some strange reason they put the auxiliary input in the front of the MixAmp, which was kind of bothersome to me because I didn't like the fact that I had a music or an MP3 player sound source connected to the front of it. I like to route most of my cables through the back if it's possible. I don't mind cables, but sometimes I just want to get most of them in the back if I could possibly can. Now, with all that being said, that's the bottom line, because OJ said so. You already know what else to do.